What's going on, guys? So today on this Shoky Quickie, sort of, we're going to be taking a look at the last Legacy Rangers that I could get my hands on, and it is the In Space Rangers set. And of course, this is the old school Bandai version, and it is all 5 Rangers, as we saw, that I got from BBTS. I did catch them on sale because, well, frankly, I wasn't going to pay full price for something that came out like 4.5 years ago. But I did want to go ahead and pick these up. In Space is one of my favorite series. Not to mention, they come with a really cool build of Megazord that was also one of my favorites, to the point that, you know, I even have the other version over there. So, what we're just going to take a quick look at packaging, and then we'll look at each individual Ranger really quickly, and then we're going to build a Megazord. Pretty simple. They're Bandai Legacy Rangers. Not going to bother with articulation and stuff. We're just going to look at details and stuff. But we'll start out here with Andros, because he's right up front, and he's the main Red Ranger in the main Megazord bit there. So you got him there in a pretty cool power pose. Nice image of the suit. Got his image here. Build a Megazord right there. You got his little weapon there. I don't remember exactly what it was called. Oh, I see something there. It's the holster, probably. One thing that does suck is we never got like his powered up version or the battleizer version down the line. Oh, they always said limited edition. There wasn't really anything limited about these at all. But it does suck we never got a Silver Ranger, because it did exist. I do know of someone online who was making custom ones. Probably still can if you can send him, you know, a Ranger to customize. He also was doing custom Psycho Rangers to make yellow and pink. So. And if you come there, look, you can see right there the package, and then you come to the back, you got to build a Megazord. It shows you the different Rangers that build up the different sections, and then you see everybody who was supposedly in this wave, but the waves got so screwed up, who knows. So you got the Mighty Morphin, blue, black, and pink, and then the 2 In Space Rangers, because they really screwed up and like to do their build a Megazords mixed with different waves, which really makes it super hard to get anything done, which is probably one reason why this particular series, or rather this line, really wasn't that good. Let's just be honest. That was one of their major flaws, not to mention never doing any bad guys. And, well, frankly, not doing a whole lot of detail work. But this set seems to be a little bit different in that aspect. So, everybody's packaging is basically the same. They're all just in slightly different poses, as you can see, which is one thing that's cool. Also, they don't seem to be damaging them in the packaging, and the girl's legs also seem to be more substantial, which seems to be something new. But let's go ahead and open them all up and bring them out here to compare. Alright guys, so now we've got all the Rangers out here and, you know, laid out with the Megazord. So we're gonna just kind of swoop that off to the side for now and take a look at the individual Rangers. So if I remember correctly, their helmets are essentially all interchangeable for the most part. And I'm not going to lie, I don't remember everybody who was on the team. Of course, Andros. And then TJ is blue. I remember that left over from Turbo. Or he was the Red Ranger prior. So there's Andros, looking pretty cool. Everybody's got the deep V yellow on the thing. Like I said, the helmet design is essentially the same, even to the point that they were reused later in Lightspeed Rescue. And they were Alpha Squad, whatever, used their helmets. And then each of them has the color-coded thing across the chest. The only person who does have a different one of those is the Silver Ranger. Or Titanium Ranger, whichever he is. I believe it's Silver. Titanium came later. But they all have the same level of articulation. You know, head is on the normal disc hinge with swivel. Chest, same as all other things. The joints don't seem to be totally ridiculous, though these are not new, so to speak. This plastic is different from this. You can feel the texture is a little bit different. The white is painted on here, and the rest of it is that. The arm cuffs are probably no different than 90% of Ranger molds, where they don't have anything extra molded in here. So that's all the same. Same thing with hands. The belt does have the like M logo that, I guess that's a Mega Ranger, so to speak. Legs can do, you know, that good of a splits. Or good Jean Claude. Not a great chorus line. And there's some crud here. Could just be mold stuff. Super squeaky. Does have thigh rotation. I'm just happy it works. Knees work without really any hang-ups. You know, just barely detented. And does have the thigh rotation. Same basic boots as most Rangers, just of course without paint. And then the feet are what they are. And what's really funny, Mr. Black Ranger over there, it's the one I can't remember him. He's actually got 2 right feet. That's quite funny. But as it goes, I'm going to look at the weapon. I don't actually remember what it was called. Probably not a space blaster, but it's actually really nicely detailed. Like, all of the detail is on this thing. And that's very much unlike Bandai in the later days, where they just didn't bother, like, at all. So, I mean, you've got the main symbol there. All of the detail is painted. Like, there was nothing. Like, for the much, much later Dino Charge, or Dino Thunder, I mean, I had to paint all their weapons to look remotely right. This is already done. So it's like they blew their money on the early ones. Also, still always wondered why they never did Turbo. They went, you know, with all of the other ones. They got Zeo, and they got In Space, and then they got the ones kind of after. I mean, they jumped a little bit to Dino Charge, but they wanted to keep within the, you know, Tommy. So the fact they skipped over Thunder is a little weird. The girls, from what I can tell, are the exact same mold, just recolored. So nothing special there. I do like the nice, just lightly molded in abs. There's probably some semblance of familiarity between them and the original Pink Ranger, just with the added molded details where they need to be. Their legs do seem to be a little bit more sturdy. Though I can see, like, Zeo Pink has some bigger thighs, but, like, the MMPR legs were the ones that were the worst. If you guys recall any of those reviews, especially the metallic versions, were the absolute worst for when they molded so poorly that the packaging destroyed them. And then Mr. Blue Ranger, which I believe was TJ, like I said, he's not bad. Actually looks pretty good. Blue Rangers are usually done fairly nice, for whatever it means. And I think, like, it's just a fairly clean uniform, you know? There is still the tip-over problem. Her feet, in particular, are pretty dainty, so that's going to need probably a little bit of glue to remain standing, like most of the other ones. But they're not falling over on their own. But it does seem like they will, of course, do the domino effect when necessary. And then this guy, which, was it Carlos? I'm pretty sure it was a Hispanic dude. I kept wanting to call it Adam. I know it wasn't Adam. Adam popped in another time. This was much later. I think it was Carlos. I don't remember all of them, sadly, because I just sucked that bad. I don't know, but they're just nice, you know. And part of me wants to, like, pick up an extra one and send it to the dude to just make me a Silver Ranger. I mean, I could probably do it. I think all the symbols on the chest just go gold or green. I don't remember. His weapon really doesn't change, and then just painting everything else the right color. Obviously, I can repaint a little bit. I just don't know how comfortable I am painting the entire body. Now, let's move on to the Build a Megazord. So, we have the main torso, each arm, which, much like the previous ones, the shoulder armor moves out just a little bit here. And I'm going to do what I always tell you guys to do. Instead of trying to shove it up and in, I'm going to try, and I stress the try because there's not a whole lot of shoulder flex here. I'm going to try to push it in and in to the socket instead of up. There we go. So that's that one. Usually it's a little bit easier because I can get up and out the way. So do that number, and then ooh, that one went on real easy. So that's already a marked improvement. As for the legs, you can tell, same problem they always have. The side skirts are molded in hard, so you gotta do some extra finagling. I will give them some credit. This isn't as loose as some of the previous ones. Okay, got that. That's why they make it out of, you know, softish plastic. And of course, one could always heat. Whoa. That's a ball joint mount, so that's not a big deal. But hey, saves me having to fight an entire leg. Okay, so that went on a little bit easier. And then just pop that ball joint back in place. And now we have a Megazord I can't see all of because I'm aiming downward. So there we go. There's the Astro Megazord. And I'm not going to lie, this one is decoed better than any of the ones I have, including MMPR. Like, they nailed this one. Like, come on. Like, look at the detail. I mean, between the molded silver on all this area, just the silver paint on all this, extra little details, including, you know, like the yellow eyes in there, painting silver on the red bits. All of this is painted. So this is all molded in the same silver, and then all the red and all this is painted. Even the nose cone. So the only thing that's not done is right here around the cockpit area, so to speak. But like, there's almost a way, like, you know, if there was a ton of ankle movement, you could like kind of go for a mega ship transformation, which would be interesting. I mean, you even got like the vents right here on the thighs. Even the back, you have the shuttle molded in here, you know. So you got the top of the shuttle, then you got the back end of it. So that's pretty neat. I mean, they even gave you some crap to fill in the back of the legs because there's not generally anything going on there. The only thing they're kind of lacking is painting these red, but given how you have to kind of shove things together, it makes sense that it didn't do that. But it looks good, and like, it can pose to some degree. There's not enough ankle rocker to really make use of anything. Also, this slick surface isn't helping anybody, but it looks awesome. Like, as they go, this is a good one. Like, yeah. Now, hold on. I'll get my other one to compare. So, for comparison, I mean, here's the model kit, and you can see, like, all that detail is there. Also, it's super dusty. So, I mean, this looks fantastic. In fact, I think this is a better representation than even this, because it's a figure. It doesn't have to transform, therefore it's always a little bit nicer in that respect. Also, you know, not having panel lined, it's nowhere near as dark, but you can see, like, it's even bigger, like they generally are. But I feel like these guys are even, like, fairly tall compared to regular Rangers, but they're more than likely the same body bucks, so there's no major change there. But as it goes, this set was a lot of fun. I'm glad I kind of waited to get them, though I'm scared I was never going to. But like I said, as it goes, you know, one of my favorite Megazords, and then one of my favorite seasons, and of course the end of the Zordon era. So it is what it is. But guys, let me know what you think down below. And this is my final Legacy Collection set, probably for now, if I ever get anything else, which I don't think there's anything I want. Ninja Storm? No, don't really care about those. I didn't do anything else. I mean, other than Movie Rangers, I don't think there's any other sets that I wanted. I kind of would have wished they could have done the Aquatar Rangers. That would have been cool. I don't know what they would have done for like a Build-A-Megazord, but you know, something. Or if they gave us some Ninja Rangers, like actual ninja versions of the Rangers, or even the original 90s Rangers movie would have been cool. But guys, go ahead and leave a like and do all the things like that. Go check out the rest of the Power Rangers Legacy reviews. There's a good long list of those. And of course, I will catch you on the next review. And remember, as always, the power be with you always.